Welcome back, friends. In this episode, right in front of you are some extremely rare and valuable coins that every collector dreams of. Today, we're not only going to explore their hidden treasures and unique features, but also find out why these coins are so important in the market and why they're so valuable to collectors. We'll dive into each coin's rare features, striking errors, and subtle variations in detail, so you can identify the best coins for your own collection. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Now let's explore the 1965 quarter dollar, a coin of special interest to collectors due to its hidden features, striking errors, and subtle variations that can significantly affect its market value. On the obverse side, the coin features a portrait of George Washington. Pay close attention to the letters and date, as many coins display slight double dies or letter doubling, making them rare and highly valuable. The reverse side features the eagle design, where collectors often notice slight misalignment in lettering, wing details, or subtle die cracks that set these coins apart from ordinary issues. In terms of composition, the coin is predominantly copper-nickel and represents an economic transition period when silver coins were gradually being phased out. The coin's color, luster, and toning are important to collectors, as they indicate authenticity and originality. Rare variations and mint errors include double dies, off-center strikes, misaligned mint marks, and occasional die cracks. These features can significantly increase a coin's value. For example, slight doubling in letters or eagle feathers can raise the price to $500 or more, depending on condition and rarity. Collector tips: handle the coin gently. Carefully examine obverse and reverse details. Inspect lettering and edges. Assess toning and color variations. Use a magnifying lens to detect die cracks or subtle imperfections. Note mint marks and origin. And monitor recent auction results and market trends to estimate approximate value. For visual presentation, close-ups and zoom-ins are essential to highlight obverse and reverse details, edges, and rare features. Side by side, comparison charts help show subtle differences between rare and normal coins. For storage and handling, use protective flips, albums, or display cases, and avoid excessive handling or cleaning to preserve long-term value. Fun facts: some coins feature accidental die cracks or misaligned strikes, which are both educational and entertaining. Every coin tells a story that distinguishes it from ordinary issues. Additional collector insights, surface, luster, and strike clarity help with grading. High-grade uncirculated coins are naturally more valuable, but rare features often outweigh condition. Patience and careful observation are essential for beginners to identify subtle features, and studying auctions or private sales provides insight into which features create high value. In summary, the 1965 quarter dollar is a collectible treasure, with its value driven by rare variations, subtle errors, and historical context, making it consistently fascinating and important for collectors. Now let's dive into the 1983 Lincoln penny, a coin of particular interest to collectors due to its hidden features and subtle variations that can significantly impact market value. On the obverse side, the coin features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Pay close attention to the letters and date, as some coins exhibit slight doubling or misalignment, making them unique and more valuable. The reverse side showcases the Lincoln Memorial, where collectors often notice subtle striking errors, mint mark variations, or minor toning differences that draw attention. In terms of composition, the coin is predominantly copper, though zinc core coins were also released during this period. This results in noticeable differences in color and surface texture. which are informative for collectors. Rare variations and mint errors include double dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and minor die cracks. These subtle features can increase the coin's value to $50, $300, or more, depending on condition and rarity. Collector tips: handle the coin gently. Carefully examine obverse and reverse details. Inspect lettering and edges. Assess toning and color variations. Use a magnifying lens to spot die cracks or subtle imperfections. Note mint marks and origin. And study recent auction results and market trends to estimate approximate value. For visual presentation, close-ups and zoom-ins are essential to highlight obverse and reverse details, edges and rare features. Side-by-side comparison charts can clearly show subtle differences. And focus on minor details, natural toning, and striking errors. For storage and handling, use protective flips, albums, or display cases, and avoid excessive handling or cleaning to preserve long-term value. Fun facts: some coins feature accidental die cracks or minor striking misalignments, making them both educational and entertaining. Each coin tells a story that distinguishes it from ordinary issues. Additional insights, surface, luster, and strike clarity assist with grading. And while high-grade uncirculated coins are naturally more valuable, rare features often carry more significance than condition alone. Patience and careful observation are essential for beginners to identify subtle features, and studying auction or private sale examples provides insight into which features generate high value. In summary, the 1983 Lincoln penny is a fascinating and informative coin for collectors, with its value driven by hidden features, rare variations, and historical context. Now let's move on to the 1975 one dime, a fascinating piece for collectors due to its hidden features, striking variations, and subtle design nuances that make it stand out from ordinary coins. On the obverse side, you'll find a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, and it's important to carefully examine the letters and the date, as some coins show slight doubling, variations in crispness, or minor striking anomalies that are highly significant to collectors. The reverse side features the torch, olive branch, and oak branch design elements. And here too, certain coins may display slight misalignment, die cracks, or unusual toning, enhancing their uniqueness. The 1975 one dime is historically interesting because the U.S. Mint implemented subtle changes in production techniques during this period, resulting in rare striking anomalies on some coins. In terms of composition, the coin is primarily made of copper nickel. Its color, luster, and surface texture help collectors assess authenticity and originality. Rare variations include double dies on the obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, misaligned mint marks, and in some cases minor die cracks. These features can increase the coin's market value to anywhere between $5,300 or more, depending on condition and rarity. Collector tips include gently holding the coin, carefully examining both the obverse and reverse, focusing on lettering, the date, and design elements, noting edges and subtle surface differences, assessing toning and color variations, using a magnifying lens to spot die cracks and striking anomalies, checking mint marks and origin, and keeping up with recent auctions and market trends to estimate approximate value. For visual storytelling, close-ups and zoom-ins are essential to clearly show subtle errors, lettering, mint marks, and design details. Side by side, comparison charts of rare versus normal coins help viewers understand the differences. For storage and handling, protective flips or display cases are recommended to preserve both value and condition. This coin offers collectors not only monetary value but also historical and educational significance. Every subtle variation or striking anomaly tells a hidden story, making the 1975 one dime more than just a collectible. It's a piece of history. Patience and careful observation are key for beginners to identify subtle features, and studying auctions or market examples can provide insight into which features create high value. When examining the 1975 5-cent or nickel, it's important to understand that this coin is not just ordinary currency. It represents an interesting period in U.S. mint history when subtle changes were made in production techniques. The coin's design, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, holds both historical significance and collectible appeal. Paying close attention to the lettering, date, and the lines of Monticello reveals subtle differences and striking variations that set this coin apart from standard issues. This coin is also historically significant because in 1975, the mint used new dyes and striking methods, resulting in minor minting anomalies on certain pieces. Collectors find these anomalies fascinating as they make each coin unique and increase its demand on the market. The composition and metallic makeup also help verify authenticity and original characteristics. Made of copper nickel, the coin's weight, luster, and overall feel assist collectors in confirming its identity. Rare features include double dyes, misaligned mint marks, off-center strikes, and occasional die cracks. These subtle variations can raise the coin's market value to $5,400 or more. From a collector's perspective, these coins offer not only monetary value but also historical and educational significance, as each variation tells a story about the coin's production process. Collector tips: handle the coin gently. Carefully examine both obverse and reverse sides. Inspect lettering, date, and design lines. Note edges and toning. Use a magnifying lens to detect die cracks or minor anomalies. Check mint marks and origin, and study recent auctions or market trends to estimate the coin's value. For visual presentation, close-ups and zoom-ins are essential to highlight subtle errors. Lettering, mint marks, and Monticello's design lines. Side-by-side comparisons help viewers understand the subtle differences between rare and normal coins. For storage, protective flips or display cases preserve both the coin's value and condition. Fun perspective: this coin teaches collectors that even seemingly ordinary coins can contain hidden treasures. Every minor variation or striking anomaly tells a hidden story, making the coin not just a collectible but also a historical artifact. Surface, luster, and strike clarity help with grading. And while high-grade uncirculated coins are more valuable, rare striking features often matter more than condition. Patience and careful observation are key for beginners to identify subtle features, and studying market trends or auction examples helps understand which features create high value. Now, let's explore the 1975 Canada 5-cent coin, which has become a notable piece for collectors due to its unique design features, subtle minting variations, and historical significance. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and it's important to carefully examine the lettering and date, as some coins may display slight doubling or minor, striking irregularities that can significantly enhance their collectability. The reverse side features the iconic beaver design, and here too, subtle differences such as die alignment, minor imperfections, or variations in toning can make certain coins highly sought after. Historically, the 1975 Canadian nickel was minted during a period of production experimentation. which resulted in small but meaningful variations that collectors look for when evaluating value. The coin's composition, primarily copper-nickel, gives it a distinct color, weight, and surface texture, helping collectors assess authenticity and originality. Rare variations may include double dyeing, off-center strikes, misaligned mint marks, or minor die cracks, which can raise market value anywhere from $5 up to $100 or more depending on condition and rarity. Collector tips include handling the coin gently, closely examining obverse and reverse design details, inspecting lettering, dates, and edges, assessing toning and color variations, using a magnifying lens to spot subtle anomalies, noting mint marks, and checking recent auctions or sales to understand market trends and approximate value. For visual storytelling, close-ups and zoom-ins are essential to highlight design details and subtle errors, while side-by-side comparisons help viewers identify rare variations versus standard coins. Proper storage using protective flips, albums, or display cases preserves both condition and value. Overall, the 1975 Canada 5-cent offers collectors not just monetary worth but also educational and historical insight, as each subtle variation or minor minting error tells a story that transforms it from ordinary currency into a collectible treasure. Patience and careful observation are key for beginners to identify these features and learn which characteristics drive higher value in the marketplace. Now let's take a closer look at the Saudi Arabia 1 dirham, issued between 1435 and 2005, which has become a fascinating and collectible coin for enthusiasts due to its subtle design details, hidden features, and historical variations that make it unique. On the obverse side, you'll find the Saudi emblem or national symbols, and it's important to closely examine the lettering and date, as some coins may show slight doubling or minor striking anomalies that significantly increase their rarity and value. On the reverse side, intricate Arabic inscriptions and patterns are featured, and here too, you might notice subtle misalignments, die cracks, or unusual toning that collectors find particularly interesting. Historically, this coin is significant because over the span of its minting, Saudi Arabia experimented with different minting techniques and designs, resulting in rare variations that are highly sought after. In terms of composition, most of these coins are primarily made of nickel or cupro-nickel, and the coin's color, luster, and surface texture are key indicators for collectors to verify authenticity and originality. Rare features can include misaligned inscriptions, off-center strikes, die cracks, and minor minting errors, all of which can boost the market value anywhere from $20 up to $200 or more, depending on condition and rarity. Collector tips include handling the coin gently, carefully examining both the obverse and reverse sides, studying the inscriptions, dates and design details, inspecting edges, assessing toning and color variations, using a magnifying lens to spot die cracks or subtle anomalies, noting the mint origin, and checking recent auctions or market trends to estimate approximate value. For visual storytelling, close-ups and zoom-ins are essential so that viewers can clearly see subtle inscriptions, mint marks, and design details, and side-by-side comparison charts help illustrate the differences between rare and standard coins. For storage and handling, protective flips, albums, or display cases are recommended to maintain the coin's condition and value. Overall, this coin offers collectors historical, educational, and monetary value, as every subtle variation and striking anomaly tells a hidden story, making it much more than just currency. It's a collectible treasure. Patience and careful observation are key for beginners to identify these subtle features and by reviewing auction examples or private sales. Gain insight into which characteristics drive high value